What's up, y'all? It's Kiara. Welcome back. I know I've been gone for a minute, but if you've been sticking around and if you've been here from the beginning, I appreciate that. I really do. I truly am grateful for whoever is still subscribed. Just for a brief moment, I'm just going to elucidate why, I left, and then I'm going to introduce a new series that I want to bring and I want to display to encourage people, to encourage anyone who comes across my videos in this series, because I believe in my heart wholeheartedly that God has given me the gift of encouragement and to encourage others. And His word says to use your gifts and the talents to your best ability so that we can give Him the glory. And so I just took a break because I needed to get in the right position and not just be in place with my walk with God. And when you can be in the right place but not in the right position, what I mean by that is, for example, let's say you are at church and as the pastor is preaching, your mind is wandering and you in a whole nother world mentally, and you might be in place, but your heart is not in position. You're not fully present and you're not engulfed in worship. And so I needed to just pick up my cross. And it was just a time of consecration. And it was a time that was needed because mainly it was just spiritual warfare. And I just needed the time to know what it really is like to be dependent on God. And there's a lot of things that have blossomed from that new relationships that I am so grateful for, and just new ways of thinking. It was a lot of transformative things that happened, and my perspective there has been a shift, and I know it is because of God's work and God's faithfulness in my life, and I am seeing the fruit of it for sure. And just a lot of gained knowledge, wisdom, and I want to share that. And I feel like it is very important to do that. I think I got caught up when I first started it, trying to maybe get into the content creator lifestyle, and truthfully, that's not me. That's just not who I am. And to be totally transparent, I am new. I'm going to say it like this. I am new to social media, but I'm also learning that I don't live this life only for me. And it's just a time to share the wisdom that I gained. And I'm grateful for that. I'm seeing it as a blessing. And it's something I prayed for. I prayed for wisdom, for God to make right from wrong more apparent. You know, and it could come like anything that we pray for. It might not look the way we think it will look. And I'm learning that when you pray for something, let's say you pray for an increase in your faith, God isn't just going to drop that onto you and one day you're going to wake up and just be so faithful. No. Most of the time it's something you have to experience, and I know it's for character development, you know, and it's continual dependency onto God. And yeah, so that's where I've been at. That's where my head is at. And so I want to just introduce the series, Becoming Comfortable with Being Vulnerable. For me, vulnerability, growing up, I think in my teenage years, going into my early 20s. But the past 2 years I've been, and it's something, again, I've been praying for, just a heart that is softer and not so cold and not so selfish and not so prideful. And seeing that vulnerability is a strength and not a weakness, because I used to see vulnerability as a weakness. I truly did. And this is the opposite. It's strength. And that's another thing I was working on, and becoming more vulnerable and really laying down my pride and going to God with my real raw emotions. And when you're able to do that, you're able to just be more of an understanding person. And it really hardened my heart, and it was heavy. It was a heavy weight to carry, just my emotions and suppressing and deflecting. And it's not the way I want to move anymore. It's not at all. I encourage you to drop that weight. We have the blessing and the gift as a child of God to cast our worries onto God and know truthfully that He will advise us and guard our hearts. You know, of course, you don't want to be vulnerable with the wrong people. You have to have that specific, and you have to have discernment when it comes to that. When it comes to pouring your heart out, not dumping or venting everything onto people, but being okay with sharing your testimony, because there's power in that. Yeah, so this series is just going to be on how I'm navigating becoming comfortable with being vulnerable. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you stick around. Tell a friend or share these videos with other people who might be going through the same things. And I'm looking forward to this next chapter, see what it brings. I just pray I continue to stay aligned with God's will, because at the end of the day, me giving Him the glory is what matters, and that's my highest priority. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, welcome back. Thank you to the OGs who've been sticking around. It's only 27 of y'all, but there is beauty in that. I feel like there's beauty in smallness, if that makes sense. Like I said, I'm here to encourage. I'm here to be with you, walk with you through your vulnerability journey. So I hope you enjoy and stick around. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe, like, comment. I don't know why people be so scared to comment, but I can't really say that because I don't comment on nobody's stuff. Have I ever commented on anyone? No, I don't. So I can't even be mad. But comment. One thing I might be shy, I might be quiet, but one thing I do enjoy is intellectual conversations. Let's get deep. One thing about me, I'm gonna get deep real quick. I don't do the surface level. Let's get deep real quick. Of course, we gotta get to know each other, but let's get into it. What's the real? Let's be real. I'm here to be real. I don't do the sugar coating or the no. Let's be real. Let's be genuine. Let's be our authentic selves. No, I'm not here to put on a facade or facade. This is real life, and I'm here to portray that. This is reality. And so, yeah. I hope you subscribe, like, comment, share, and enjoy the ride. Y'all have a good night. For about 9 years, I was the only girl to 2 older brothers. So just imagine the abuse I went through. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. But what I can say is that they have played a role in why I am the strong-willed and adventurous woman I am today. Truly, I don't know what I would have done without them. I feel like I've developed a laid-back demeanor because of them. So I'm pretty adaptable in different situations. Not afraid to get my hands a little dirty, while also bringing a sense of peace to a room full of highly energetic women. Whenever I would feel lonely or out of place, I would ponder on the thought of having a little sister. I think I brought it up to my mom like once or twice, but that suggestion was turned down quickly. Well, fast forward to my 4th grade year of elementary school. I found out there was a new addition to the family. And guess what? I was not happy. Not even a little bit. I was livid. And maybe I'll get into the why another time.
Is this yours? This is mine. EJ.
I just said, here I come.
No, is this yours? It's like mine.
Yeah, that's yours.
Anyway, let's get back to the present and my take on being an older sibling. Moreover, I believe God provides us with what we need and not necessarily what we want in life. My little sister is so different than I am. And some of it stems from growing up in different times and experiencing different seasons of parents, if you know what I mean.
So, just really work on smarter, not harder. And then do this. Make sure, like that.
And clearly, she's just her own person. She is very girly and wears her heart on her sleeve. The older I get, the more I see the blessings in our differences. Her uniqueness is what I needed because I grew up operating selfishly and prideful.
Use the mop to wipe the knobs. And then get on top and wipe the top part as well. See what? Don't get you, because you won't get this.
Now I have no room to move in that demeanor because it is my responsibility to be a virtuous woman so that I can be a role model for her. Sometimes I do find it hard to show up for myself and for her in the way she needs me. I feel a sense of older sibling guilt, if that's even a thing. If I go too long without having one-on-one time, or even simply asking how she's doing, I feel as though I haven't been showing up like I need to. I believe this feeling comes from being away from her for 5 years while I was in school. Growing up in a single-parent home, I feel like it's my obligation to show up so there won't be too much of a void in her life. But then again, I know as a human, I am not capable or have the capacity to take on the responsibilities only God can handle. What helps me show up for myself is staying aligned with God's will. His word says in Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not onto your own understanding. When I put that into practice, peace is the result, and I am able to pour that into everyone around me. All in all, I love my sister, and I want her to know she is not alone. I see her, I hear her. If you're an older sibling or find yourself having these same feelings, keep in mind that you are also learning how to navigate life, and confidently believe we have the Holy Spirit to be our guide.